Hello and welcome to another video. So in this video, we want to find out if a number is Zuckerman or not. So what is a Zuckerman number? If the number is divisible by the multiplication of its digits. For example, 11. So we have number 11, the multiplication of its digits, 1 times 1 is 1, 11 divided by 1, it's divisible, right? The remainder is 0. So first, let's say we want to check all numbers from 1 up to and including n. So counter equals 1, and then let's take a value from the user, int, input, enter a positive integer. Now while counter less than or equal to n. So here we need two functions. The first function is to find the multiplication of all the digits of a number. And then the second function to decide if a number is Zuckerman or not. So let's implement the first function. I'm going to call it multi. So it takes a string and it returns an integer. So let's have a temporary variable, temp equals 1, why 1? Because we are dealing with multiplication, it cannot be 0. Now let's iterate through our string n. I say for d in n, d short for digit, and right here temp times equal. So don't write d because d is string. So we need integer version of d. So you convert it to integer. So int d. And at the end, return 10. So here we are done with the multiplication of all the digits of a number, an integer. Now let's implement the second one. I'm going to call it Zuckerman. So it takes n as string or the number as string, and it returns string 2. So something important here, you cannot divide a number by 0. That's impossible. So what if we have number 101? Or let's say we have 360. 3 times 6 is 18, 18 times 0 is 0. So we have to consider this case where we have number 0 or the digit 0. So let's say if we have string 0 in our sequence n, in our string n. So if this is the case, I want to return empty string. No need to have else, but you can have, it's optional. So once you reach this one, you cannot reach the second return statement. So this is why it's redundant to have else. So return Zuckerman. If, so we take the number as string, we cannot divide string by a number. So it should be an integer. So let's say int n mod this function right here, multi n. So if this result equals 0, it is Zuckerman, else return empty string. Now we are done with two functions, multi and Zuckerman. Let's go back to our while loop. So let's say if the name of the function Zuckerman, and we have to pass string because we have string here. Now let's convert counter to string. So this is int, it will be string. So if the returned value equals Zuckerman. So if this one is true, you want to print the number. It's a Zuckerman number. So you simply write counter. So let's have end parameter, end equals just one space. And lastly, we increase the value of counter by 1. Okay, it should be no. So let's run the code. Let me delete this one. Now let's run it again. So enter a positive integer, let's say all numbers from 1 up to and including 1000. So these are the Zuckerman numbers. Now let's try it again. So let's have a bigger number. I'm going to say 20,000. So these are all the Zuckerman numbers from 1 up to 2000. So that was all for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have any question, comment down below. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.